anybody's left their cue outside, it's in it looks like a Paragon silver aluminium case. It's got Q Craft logo on it. We've got one at the top table.
Hastings and Hastings, table number 1 please, waiting for you for your pairs.
Sean, however low your expectations were, can you lower them just a little bit?
Got the stopwatch running, guys, right, for claiming frames, right? Okay. Because I don't know where they are, so I'll start with the watch.
We won't claim frames.
Yeah, you get a frame every 5 minutes.
No, we won't. We don't want to claim frames. What a lad! Come on, son!
Yeah, all the best.
Cheers.
Made your own shirts in case you can. All the best, Rick. Cheers, mate.
That's a great pot. That was a bloody great pot. What do you think? We tried to do the same, I think. Is it my break, Dad's break?
You can choose.
Can we choose? Do you want a break?
I think you can choose every game. Is that correct? Yeah, you can choose.
Can you choose every game who breaks?
Three sets every game. Thank you.
shocked if you're all up there.
We're going to split the second one. One still there.
The other option is dropping the other.
Yes, thank you.
You can't possibly not put a ball on that.
Do you want to play the red on? Thank you.
Plug them. Got my boys playing, plug them.
live now. Okay, we're live. Sean Partridge here in the commentary box for the first time this weekend at the Blackball Nationals, the BAPA Blackball Nationals, the official nationals for Blackball in Australia. Here looking at a first class stream provided by Cue Ball TV, as always the best in the business bar none. And on our stream tables today we have some Victorian action. 2 Victorian teams and 2 on a New South Wales team and a WA team. Now, on table, what's tables this, Dan? Table 1? Okay, table 2, we've got Victorians Jack Green and Aki Newman. And we've got, now hopefully I get the pronunciation right, the Dimmer boys. Now, I played these boys yesterday in the teams. They are 2 very talented young fellas with a classy player in their father, Jason Senior. So I was really impressed with everything I saw from them yesterday, so they're a great pairing. On the other table, we've got my teammates, Sean WALPOLE and Logan BRANN, versus, I'm assuming the Hastings, well, I'm going to go with the Hastings brothers, but they might look more like father and son. So I don't quite know. So let's just, we'll find, we'll see if we get some information there. But so the Dimmer boys are talking about their shot. That we've got Logan, the man I call Silk, with a cue action like that. He's pumped that through, and he's left his partner with, look, a tough long red. But I fancy Wally to make this. He's got the comfort here. He can just play this at a good speed, and yeah, cannon the yellow to hold for the black. So I expect him to roll this in. He's getting up and down, which is good. That's a good sign. If he's not quite right, he's got up in his reset. That's a good sign. And exactly as I said, he's rolled that in nicely. Looked his partner fat on the black. That's a very, very good shot by Wally. We'll call him Wally. His name's Sean. We'll call him Wally. That's a good finish by the boys. 2-1 of the boys. Now over to table 2. The Dimmer boys. Got a pretty regulation clean-up here. However, this is the key shot, getting on this ball on the right side of this yellow next to the black. There it is there. Ooh, it's a little bit yucky, but should be okay. Yeah, that angle's good. Jeez, what an incredible variation of angles, camera angles that Cue Ball TV are providing us, and that gives us an opportunity to see that was clearly a comfortable shot. This is fantastic. This is it's been a while since I've been in the commentary, but every single time I sit in the commentary for Cue Ball TV, I come back to better tech, better angles, better everything. It's constantly being improved, and that's why they're the leaders in the pool streaming. But the Dimmer boys are running away with this match, 4-0 up. Now Blackball, for those not familiar with the rule set, Blackball is, I think, a little bit more punishing of a code when you go and don't get it. And I think Jack there and Jack and Aki, they left the boys just with all their balls on the table and all the comfort of just mopping up there. So Dimmer boys, I would consider them one of the favourites of the pairs, to be honest. They're equally as solid as one another. They're young, they're aggressive, they're good cueists. Yeah, I really like them as a pair, and this is a very, very tough pairs draw. I think they're going to be one of the favourites. Jack Green to break. Young Jack Green, originally from Maffra, now resides in Geelong. Recently joined the Sandown Potters Pool Club in the Premier League in Melbourne. It'll be his first foray into Premier League, but he's had a monster break there, but he has dumped the white, and he won't be happy with that. And I look over at the boys there, and they're talking to the crowd, and they've dumped the white here. They almost look defeated, the big boys. I like to see 2 blokes. They're talking to the crowd, not being hypercritical, but I just think that gives me an indication that they know they're cooked, or they feel they're cooked. And I don't like that. I like to see them focused, switched on, talking to one another, watching the table, waiting for their opportunity. But feels to me like the body language and everything I'm seeing says to me that it's waiting for the Dimmer boys to finish dismantling them, and that's not good. But that's not being hypercritical. Two good friends of mine, but I got to call it how I see it. So obviously, for those of you at home watching, if you want to follow the scoring, like any sensible organisation, any sensible tournament would be doing, they're using the fantastic app that's called PoolStat. You can follow all your favourite players, all your favourite events, follow your results of your friends, all on PoolStat live as it happens. Yes, it's and the Dimmer boys. Now this is the magic of youth and confidence. These boys from Kalgoorlie, which I'm learning a lot of the great Western Australian players, your Dax Wesley, your Keenan Ziegler, all hail from Kalgoorlie. Now, Connor Brady was informing me of this, giving me a bit of a history and a rundown, that for a small mining town, they produce pool players, great pool players, top-line pool players, and I think these Dimmer boys will be no exception. So learning a little bit about the other states, learning a little bit about the history. I know a lot about the Melbourne history, and towns like Ballarat and Geelong produce absolute geniuses, but it's interesting to hear about Western Australia, another state, where some of their greats come from. But the boys, the Vic boys, Jack and Akey, back at the table. Here's a chance to pull one back here. You'd expect these boys to take advantage here. All the balls are on. I really hope to see them work through this out. Now in the black ball pairs, you cannot speak. You can only speak and discuss the shot at the beginning of your visit. Now they must then not talk. So it's different, but I think it's good. I think for a tournament organisation thing, you move through the event quicker, because doubles can be a real. When you talk at every shot, there's a lot of people taking excessive time. This makes it a bit more trickier, and plus when the players at the table, they're out there on their own. They can't pull up and get an extra opinion, or the opponent can't, their teammate can't pull up and give them a bit of extra advice, so they're on their own. It's a little bit more of a genuine doubles format, where with doubles where you can talk every shot, the stronger player can always get involved. They can pull their guy up at any time and stop him from making mistakes. This format means that that player at the table can make a mistake and they can't be stopped. And I think it's a more true and test of doubles. So they're moving through this out, the boys there. But they've look. I fancy Akey to pot this, but to be here, I think the Jack's shot was a little poor. He could have got that white ball in the middle of the table for a choice of all four. And see now, they're still okay, but just slowly but surely, progressively, when you don't get that ball in the middle of the table there, everything gets a little bit longer and a little bit harder, and they've got to make 2, 3, 4 long balls in a row. They're good cuers. They should still be able to do it, but it could be a lot tighter than this. But still motoring. They should be playing with some little bit of freedom, but also could be pressure too with 4-0 down. But Jack will pop this. Yep, that's a lovely shot. So now they're back in control. And as we said at the start, they really should take advantage of this situation and get this out and get their first run on the board and start their comeback. So on the other table, just quickly, there's a bit of a toilet break there, so we've commenced the 4th frame. Not sure who's on what yet, because I've been focusing on the other table, so bear with me, please. Looking at Akey now, it is again just okay. It should be okay, but really that's not tidy. That's not tidy. Jack's a good potter. He's a good curist. Still fancy to pot this, but it could be a lot easier. That's a good shot. And here's the ultimate problem. Now, if Dan can give you a better angle here, we'll see if this ball black passes the yellow. And I would say no. So this is the problem. You might think I was being hypercritical there with their positional play, but this is what happens. Progressively, you get a little bit out of position and make things a little bit harder than it needs to be. And now here we are, white ball on the cushion, black available into a pocket that's not available, and they're under the whip here. So Akey's playing this like it's on. That top view would have suggested it isn't. He's playing it like it's on. He's playing it for the far draw, and he's rocked it in nicely. That's a good finish, but unnecessarily difficult. But we could be being hypercritical there. So they pinch one back. And as we switch to table 1, the boys from New South Wales, who this particular national is wearing a very similar shirt to ACT, so it's very to take a second to differentiate the two. But that's okay. These boys are from New South Wales. They're on the Reds, and that's without being super critical of Mr. Hastings, that's pretty ugly. And I would fancy Logan and Sean here to be looking at going game. Logan's immediately looking at addressing the difficult ball. So we've got 4 balls that are in the option. I don't know technically what they're doing is legal, pointing at the table, etc. But we'll let that fly. So as I would expect 2 guys of Logan and Sean's calibre, they're looking immediately at addressing the difficult ball. Now, Logan's a good enough cueist that I'd like to see him pop this long ball just above the black and release that yellow. However, he's going for this ball here, which suggests to me that, yeah, see, that's a good shot. It's not the ideal shot to go into those balls. I think a cueist of Logan's quality should be looking at punching that long ball in and opening the yellow the other way. But nevertheless, they're progressing and they're still there. But I think one more little nudge is going to be required just to, at some stage, zero this out. But let's see which way they go. The venue here is spectacular. For those of you who follow 8 ball, this is the venue that has the King's Cup tournament I haven't travelled to personally. I watched on the stream this year, and now that I've been to this venue, I will be doing my utmost to travel to the King's Cup. Purely, it's just a great venue for Q Sports. And what BAPA have done here, setting up with the Supremes, which I believe are supplied by Mongrel in Canberra, who's table supplier, table fitter here, local, an excellent one at that. This is brilliant. This bottom area with Supremes all covered in superfine. These tables are playing spectacular. I just played my doubles match up top where we've got Supremes, but they're covered in 6-8-11. They still played excellent. Very big difference to how responsive the green 6-8-11 is to the superfine, but we are spoiled here for conditions. The conditions here are absolute first class. Credit to Mongrel, credit to BAPA, and yeah, really been spoiled here. And yeah, this main arena with the advertising, etc., and just a really first class event, first class setup, as is becoming the standard now. It's that's a great shot by Logan. So that finishes the process of extracting that difficult yellow, and I fancy from here the boys got pretty straightforward tap-ins here for the remainder. Okay, Dimmer boys to break. Both of these boys have got sledgehammer breaks. I don't expect balls to fly around here. Yeah, there you go, massive break, and just things happening, and that's an awesome break. And I dare say the boys will be choosing yellows, and true to form, and it clearly look very familiar with each other. I suppose brothers are like that. They'll move through this out pretty quickly. They'll endeavour to move through this out pretty quickly. One difficult ball, which is the yellow near the red, no, sorry, near the white, which they have addressed in a fashion that, honestly, they could have grabbed the balls together with their hands and put them where they want them, and they still couldn't have put them in a better spot. That is absolutely magic. Yeah, look, this out is going to happen, and I reckon it's going to happen in less than 45 seconds from now. This out will be finished. They've got beautiful fluency, confidence, they know each other, and this is, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go out on a limb here. These 2 young men from WA are my pick to win the pairs. I honestly, and I haven't even seen all the rest of the pairs, but and I'm in it still with young Cooper Bolton, and you know, I fancy myself in any event. But these boys are my pick. These are my pick to win it. And this out. It's about 45 seconds old, so just under a minute. They just mopped through this. I'll just drag this past. Yep, perfect. That's as clinical as it gets. All due to that first shot. They address their dead ball, and they walk away with a comfortable 5-1 win. First class performance. Well done, Diva boys. Bad luck, Jack and Aki. But yeah, they're the boys. There's my pick. There's my pick. Here's my pick to win it. So now we're down to one table. So one table for the commentary box. So let's hope the boys make a good showing of themselves. We have got Logan and Sean, the Victorians, my teammates. So please excuse me if my commentary sounds biased at any point. But obviously hoping they do well. And yeah, Wally to break. For a little fella, he's got a big break. Bang, there you go. And a little stiff, really, no result. Good separation. Colours are separated. So these boys, the Hastings, I'm going to go with father and son. The Hastings family, we'll call them the Hastings family. Just want to give a quick shout out to my wife, who's watching the stream to listen to my commentary. My love, I love you, I miss you, and I hope you do get to come down during the week and hopefully see us play in the finals. But and to my son Jacob, who's also watching at home, miss you, champ. Hope you had a good time at the rave, and we'll hopefully bring home some chocolates for you all. But here we go. We got Logan and Wally back at the table after a very quick and uneventful visit from the Hastings family. Okay. And Logan's tried to get across here into those tricky balls, but pretty straightforward. So obviously the red near the balk line to the right of screen will be his next shot. Yep. Yeah. Just roll this in with the white on and off the rail. Yep. And a little bit of angle there. Now obviously what Logan will probably try to do here is just to touch aside. That's it. See where he's looking now. He's putting that cue. He wants to cannon the ball closest to the middle pocket in that train of three in balk there, if that's the best way to describe it. So he's looking at, I'd be looking at cannoning it. He might be looking at just glancing through the gap and separating them a little bit. Touch the left-hand side, it looks like he's using here. And that looks very firm, but that is exactly what you want. To me, that's exactly what you want. That's a perfectly executed shot. It opens the frame up now, and I think Wally will just drop this one in that he's closest to. Touch his stun, leaving him straight or just off straight on the one next to the balk line. Yep. And then Logan will be potting the one next to the balk line, bringing the white back. Now, bringing the white back, I'd say to approximately the blue spot, no further. The blue spot in snooker is a good indication of where it needs to be. And then just long ball, pick a middle pocket ball. I expect the boys to just clinically move the white ball through this out. Obviously at this level, guys at this level, not concerned about missing the pot back in the pot. It's all about the white ball. And this will now be corner, pocket, and then screw back to the next red in the same corner. There it is there. These are two young men that play together on a Tuesday night in Premier League in Melbourne. There's two young fellas that have spent some time practicing together. There's two young fellas of the same build and the same mental aptitude, and they're very familiar with each other. So this kind of clinical, rhythmical familiarity they have with each other, I expected this. And another very strong pair. Another very strong pair. Could go very well in this event. Yeah, it's an excellent out. They moved to 4-1. They look very comfortable, and I'm not familiar with the Hastings family. They look a little bit, still a little bit out of their depth for this match. No disrespect intended. And hopefully they're taking a bit away from this, because they are getting treated to some really good pull from Logan and Sean. And they're getting punished. Unfortunately for them, they're getting punished. They're making a mistake in some pretty open frames, and the boys are punishing them. And that's ultimately at this level or at any level, technically, I suppose. You know, any level that potting the ball is not the concern. It really comes down to how many or how few mistakes are made. I just completed my doubles match with young Cooper Bolton, another young and up-and-coming player who's stepped up and come to this national to gain some good experience, and he is carrying himself thus far in the event fantastically. Comes from good stock, good pedigree back in Melbourne, the Bolton family. Some good players in his family, and he could be the best of the lot come in the future. He's got a bright future, and we were playing our match and we were discussing exactly that, and it was a very clear demonstration. We felt we were in control, and we felt it was down to how many or how few mistakes we made, and it certainly panned out that way. So the Hastings family have absolute cracking break. Interesting enough, they're walking in and out of the playing area between shots, which just to me seems like it's a lot of time, because they can approach and talk after the break, but they're electing not to. And we're going to go with Mr. Hastings Jr., because he seems the younger of the pair. So I'm not too familiar with them, so excuse that reference. We have. Tell you what, I like either set here. I think he's going to add towards yellows. See that? Either set here has got its benefits. Both sets have got a ball on the run. A case can be made, in my opinion, a case can be made for both sets here. I'll be interested to see which he chooses. And he's choosing red. And I like this. What's this ball? Yeah, is this. We just can't be missing openers like that. You must be taking advantage of excellent break, excellent split. A good solid case for both colours. Both colours there, I could see the map of a decent out. Can't be missing your opening. And it gives these young Vic boys, who are definitely, as most young guys are, confidence players. They're confident, they're 4-1 up. They've run the last 2 racks at their first visit. They're going to choose any set they like. Oh, how fascinating. A couple of scotches in, and he's been a bit slack there and a little bit careless. He's potted it, extracted the ball, and he's somehow hit another ball with his cue and potted it. Oh, I know Logan. He says, I didn't miss. That's what he'll say. And so it's open table with a free shot. And one thing I like, and this is something I'm very passionate about, and what I like Logan's just done there is there was a bit of uncertainty from the opponent about what the rules were. And I'm a big advocate for don't be that guy. Don't let someone walk into the table and make a rule set mistake through not being aware. I think that doesn't help anybody. You don't want to win that way. So I'm proud of Logan, what he's done there. He's let the boys know that it's open and it's a free shot, etc. There seemed to be a bit of confusion. So I'm proud of the boys for that. Now this is interesting. So let's say these boys, they potted that yellow. Now for those unfamiliar with the rule set, that was their free shot. So that shot is not binding. So they are not on yellows. The table is still open. And if the Hastings family here are aware of that, then the obvious and most logical next balls would be the reds. So they think they're on yellows. So what's interesting here, we're going to see how Logan and Sean react here. Okay, so now they're officially on yellows. They were not officially on yellows until that ball dropped. And I don't think so I get the impression that the Hastings gentlemen are not across the rules, because that from after he pots that yellow on the free shot, the best balls to go were the reds. However, here we go, and that's a good shot. That's a good shot, and I say that with all respect. It's a good shot based on some of the balls they've been missing, and that's a good shot. Now Hastings Jr. drops another one in, and again, here's a miss. So Hastings Senior seems to be the better of the 2 potting wise. However, I do not think that we're going to see another visit from the Hastings family, unfortunately. They're the young big boys. They're talking loud and they're talking confidently. And again, I'd like a rule clarification, because I've been told upstairs that they can't point the cue. They can't point at things. I'm not sure if that's 100%. So again, I don't think anyone's going to pull them up, but I'll be clarifying that a little bit later on, because there's some pretty stringent rules into the Scotch doubles of what you can and can't do. And I was told upstairs, whether it's right or wrong, that we can't point. Can't both approach the table even on our first visit discussing and point. But I will seek clarification from Mark and Sam on that. They're pretty impressed with themselves right now, the boys. They're very confident. They're very happy with the situation they're in. I just hope they have this good sense not to be careless and make sure of this. That's careless. That's careless and casual. It's late at night. It's 20 past 11. The drinks are flowing, and they're 4-1 up. And I just would much rather see them lock themselves in as their teammates and as their captain and as their friends. I'd much rather see them here. Just making sure of it rather than being casual and taking it for granted. I think that's, I was being hypercritical, which I can be with these guys. I'd rather see that. And they're going to probably recover here, but again, it's a bit like the other table. And there you go. A bit like the other table with Jack and Aki. They got careless, and it cost them. And they're all smiles still. They've not landed on this. They're all smiles still. Look, as they're, my advice to them, and they'll be getting my advice. I'm not big on it, but my advice to them would be, a bit of respect to their opponents and to themselves, and don't take anything for granted, because you don't get wins for free. And it's unnecessarily so. This frame is still now alive. And to be honest, in the interest of the match and education for the young boys, I'd like to see them. I'd like to see the Hastings boys get up here. However, with shots of that banner, I don't know if that's going to be the case. But Hastings Junior, he's missed 2 long balls into corner pockets in his frame. I think he owes it to Hastings Senior to knock this in and give him a chance. I think he owes a successful pot. There's one there, but that is nowhere near where you want the white ball. And as good as Hastings Senior has been here in this frame, he's asking a lot. His partner's asking a lot of him to nick this in. White's going to be flying around the table. And there we have just a mess of epic proportions. And it is 3 shot. So ball in hand. Now this 3 shot here. Logan again should just knock this in, but he's playing down to the corner. He's going to roll at dead speed, and there it is. Again, I think, look, Wally will knock this in, but it's unnecessary careless, smiles and all happy, etc., etc. And there's the win. The big boys walk away with a win. 20 past 11. It's our last 4 at the table. So tomorrow, for men's, we have singles from 2:30 and 2:30 round 1, and 5:30 round 2, and then later tomorrow evening we have mixed doubles. So that's the action we're bringing live to you on Q-Ball TV tomorrow. As far as the men's go, and there'll be scheduled matches, ladies and masters, etc. During the day. But thank you, Dan, for the opportunity to commentate for a little bit. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll get back in the commentary box and do a little bit more work later in the week. But keep tuning in to the official BAPA Blackball Nationals for more action. Thanks, guys.
That's